Our first program. What we're going to need to do to make our first VBA program is to put an ActiveX control on the spreadsheet. And the way we do that is we have to be in our developer tab and go to the toolbox, skip over the form controls, we'll go to the ActiveX controls, click command button and draw one on the screen. You see it's got these little circles around the outside of the command button, so that means we're in design mode. It's put us into that automatically. If I take us out of design mode by clicking, you'll see that button's no longer there. I can only click the button, but there's no code behind the button, so nothing happens. I'm going to go back into design mode, and if I click the object, see I can move it back around, I can resize it, do all kinds of things with it. One of the easiest things you can do to change the appearance of it and the way it behaves is to right click the button, click properties, and you see that you get the properties menu up. You can see a whole heap of things that you can change. So text options, whether it's locked, whether it's enabled, whether it's visible, its back color, text color, fonts, all those kinds of things. Thing I'm just going to change very simply, I'm going to change the caption, which is the text on there, to click me, and that's it. Nothing else has changed, just the text. So I'm going to double click that, and it automatically takes us into a code window. And it says private sub, which means subroutine, command button 1 click. So if I go back to that spreadsheet, you can see that the name of this is command button 1. So this object is called command button 1, and going back into the code window, this is actually the click event for command button 1. So outside of design mode, if someone clicked that, it's going to read all of the code that's in this between the private sub and the end sub there. And at the moment, as you can see, there's absolutely nothing. So we're going to put some stuff in. I'm going to press tab because using tab is a good way of programming. You don't want it all on the same sort of like justified left. You want certain parts of your code to indent, and they end up being called code blocks, and it makes it much more readable and easier to find the bugs. So I'm going to put in a built-in function, the message box function. MSGBOX is the way that it works, and if I space it, it gives you a little, it's a bit self-documenting. Sort of you put in a function that sort of tells you what belongs there. So the prompt, I'm going to say you clicked me. You notice I put that in the inverted commas or the speech marks because this is text data, and if you don't put those in, it thinks you're probably trying to give it some sort of command or you've got some sort of variable there. So that lets the program know that that stuff in there is just text. The next argument is the button style. We just want one that's got an OK button on it. So we're going to, gives you a bunch of options there. So VB OK only, you could click that. I know that it's just 0, but I'll click that so you can see what that looks like. And comma again for the next argument, and I need to put a title for this. I'll just say button clicked or something like that. So that's going to be the heading of our text box. And let's click out here somewhere, and that looks okay. 3 arguments. It had more arguments we could have put in, like help files and stuff, but they're really the 3 you would mostly use. If we go back to the spreadsheet window, get rid of design mode, click the button, and look at that. We've got our message box. Our prompt or our text in the message is "you clicked me," and that's our title that we put in, and there's just the OK button only, and that's the style. Click that. Let's back out, and our first program, but most traditional is hello world. So I'm going to go back and change the text. I'm going to say hello world. It's not right that I do something else. It's got to be hello world. As programming tradition, my first program. We'll try that. Go back in. My first program, hello world. A good time to end our video for our first program. Bye.